It's time to put your imagination to work with this wow project. So pick an artist that you're inspired by. Or maybe there's more than one artist you're inspired by and you can kind of mix them all up and see what you can come up with. Now, you have to come up with some great ideas. How can you use some of the elements those artists use, but create a work that truly expresses who you are? You get to choose the media you want to use. You can paint, use the Cardboard Construction Center, you could do embroidery, you could work with clay, you could do some drawing. That is up to you. Step number 1, put your name on your planning sheet. You're going to need it. In the Develop Craft box, you need to check off which centers you're going to use to create your work. Also make note of any special skills that you have learned during the year that you can use. Or are there a couple of skills you want to practice before you put them to use in your project? This is your chance to use any of the media centers. Perhaps you're going to use the Drawing Center to create your project. Maybe you're going to use the Sculpture Center to build something. Maybe the Painting Center is where you're going to get your materials from. You can use any or all of these centers to create your masterpiece. Even though these projects are supposed to be inspired by one of our feature artists, it's really important that they also express who you are as an artist. Start by brainstorming and coming up with 3 really interesting ideas. Really give a lot of thought to those 3 ideas. Then you need to plan. Your plan should include a drawing that's labeled, a list of materials, and a note about any skills that you might be using with this project. Once you've done that, you need to post your plan on Seesaw. In box number 3 that's labeled Understand the Art World, you're going to put the name or names of the feature artist that's inspired your work. You're also going to make note of the elements that they used and how they connect to your project. To truly do a great job with this project, you really need to understand the artists that you have been inspired by. So also make a list of any resources you've used to learn about them. By the time you get to box number 4, the Envision box, you should have picked which of the ideas you're going to run with for this project. Make a quick thumbnail sketch and write a short explanation of what your project is going to do. Now we're at box number 5, the Engage and Persist. You're going to ask 3 peers for feedback while you're working on your project. Each student will give you a positive comment and a suggestion on how to improve your work. Be sure to note it in this box. It's important to stick with your work. You really want it to be great. But we all run into obstacles. So in box 6, you're going to record those obstacles and tell us how you overcame them. By the time you get to reflect and share, you're almost done your project. Once you've finished your project, you're going to photograph it and you're going to write an artist statement and you're going to post this on Seesaw. Don't worry about the artist statement now. We'll spend a whole class period working on that. Once you've posted it on Seesaw, your work is finished. I can't wait to see what amazing things you create.